How many of us can barely afford to exist at this point? It's not cheap to be broke. Can I afford to exist at the moment? Yep. Am I one bad week away from it all crumbling down? Also yes. Got an email this morning that my internet bill didn't go through, so yeah. It's and mentally. I'm legitimately don't know how I'm going to pay rent on the 1st. I'll figure something out. I always do, but I'm broke. I'm paraphrasing, the end of the world starts when you can't afford to drive to your job. I definitely didn't do the source justice, but the prospect of not being able to afford to work is getting closer and closer to becoming a reality. Definitely me, just had my tools stolen last night. Poor is so fucking expensive. My roommate X moved out, which is definitely a good thing, but now I am drowning and have a maxed out credit card trying to feed my dog. Edit added content. I'm 23 and in a $50,000 debt. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. My life is like juggling 6 chainsaws with 3 hands. I damn near have to be magical 99 of the time to slide by for regular shit. But if I fuck up, or there is an emergency, or anything, I am further in debt. And it's only getting worse, not better. Sadly, if you aren't already established, you're not getting established by this point. The living wage is far beyond what minimum wage is making. The only way you're getting established now is with help, which not everyone has. Most the younger generation is going to end up destitute because you gotta start somewhere, but that starting point isn't enough. How many of us can afford to live? However, many are already established in life. I've been job hunting for months and have 1 month of rent left. Mentally, emotionally, and financially. Therapy be expensive AF. I managed to lose my job and total my car in the same month while living paycheck to paycheck. I now have a car that my dad helped put more money $900 into making drivable than we paid for the car itself $500, and I'm working a physical labor overnight job despite having a bachelor's degree in an engineering field. Well, I have enough money to live the rest of my life comfortably if I die tomorrow. I struggled for a while, but I managed. Took me a lot of work and money saving, but I'm fully aware that it's a delicate balance and that I could fuck it up quick, so all things are planned, from groceries to everything else. It's heartbreaking to know that this is where a lot of people are right now. There are also a lot of people who aren't my struggling, however, the gap widens. Pensive face. Everything is getting more expensive, but wages stay the same. I finally got a job that pays closer to what I should be making at my age, but I also have mountains of debt I'm chipping away at. I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm getting there. I can't even afford to pay attention. Just went to the dentist, like 2 hours ago. Have to ignore a major issue, 'cause I'm flat broke. The kicker? I'm currently in DE, not the asshole L school. I'm still a little upset for being a member of the only species that pays to live on a planet they can't leave. I thought this yesterday when I was shopping. Thinking, how the hell am I going to afford to feed the whole family like this? I've been working in a school for the past 10 years, and now thinking, should I just go get a job at Aldi, which pays a hell of a lot more than I get as an LSA, or do I just ride it out with the help of community pantry and food banks until my mortgage is paid off in 2 years? I really do not understand how anyone renting is managing to make it. I'm from the northeast of England, in a small town where the cost of living is genuinely 1/5 of living in the south, but we probably get paid 10 less for the same job. Where you choose to live plays a huge part in living a more comfortable lifestyle. Financially, I'm okay for the moment, even though I was laid off in December. Mentally, I'm broke AF. Raises hand. Google the poverty line and figure it out from there would be my suggestion. Does living paycheck to paycheck count? 100 fucked. I can't even afford to type this. I will never be able to retire. I will be working until I die. I'm ready to swallow a bullet if that helps. Raises hand. I'm lucky to have a job, yes, but it took me 6 years to land one after getting out of college, and it's only part-time currently at a little over £8,500 a year, and I currently live with my mother and 2 brothers. I've been trying to save, because I just don't have a safety net if my mother dies, but it's so goddamn hard lately. Sure, I could try get a full-time job, but I'm honestly scared I'm not mentally strong enough for it. Yes. When do we revolt? Most of the world at this point. 95% of people I know personally are struggling right now. Living in the EU is not a walk in the park, but man, I see these posts on living conditions in the I assume the S really morbid and sad. Is this really how you guys are all limping by? I'm trying to balance living on 60-80 a week. If I just stand still and don't move, maybe I can save some money. At what point do we start eating the rich? I'm irresponsibly relying on my credit card for groceries and stuff. Not sure what I'll do when we max it out. Die, I guess. GIF Giphy XT9 KVW Vralcom KBFW downsized. Proportionally, I'd imagine it's a very small percentage of people who are really struggling to exist, but in real terms this will equate to a huge number of people. I do find that one's perception of things is massively influenced by your social circle, and the individuals in that circle tend to be quite similarly positioned in terms of salary, opportunities, etc. Credit card FTW, but also FTL. I cope by telling myself that having kids is expensive and that everyone suffers economically for the first few years. Being poor is the most expensive thing I've ever experienced. No, these comments make me so sad. I wish I could help. About 99% of people. I need $500 in meds insurance a month to stay alive. I don't have a job. Life is hard. I literally had this conversation with every one of my friends I've talked to this year. I can count on one hand who has a stable enough job to survive making good money. It's one person. I'm working a dead-end job at home with my parents at 28. Trying to afford to move out, but not much luck in the job department. It's been rough. I can afford to exist, but a soulless high-pressure corporate job is killing me. Should just join the family business, but I also hate people. Just about. It's expensive as fuck to heat and feed a 5-person home. I'm about one paycheck away from having to remortgage my house or decide heating or food. Does it count that I have to choose between dental work and getting into an apartment without bugs in it? I'm one car repair doctor bill from fucked. Nothing I can do about it though, so I'm pretending it's fine, lol. This is such a loaded question where all you're going to get is people agreeing with you, whereas there are probably more people, especially on Reddit, that are actually doing just fine. Honestly, it surprises me that not more Americans move outside the US. I only have like $80 to feed myself for the entire month. If someone could help, I'd greatly appreciate it. Define afford to exist. You mean afford to exist comfortably? Define comfortably too. I'm financially okay right now, but mostly due to some amazing luck finding a comparably cheap place to rent, an employer who pays above minimum, and the luck to pive in a social state where I don't have to worry about healthcare and don't need a car because I can use public transport, etc. But my rent is being raised right now, my wages not, and groceries cost almost twice what they used to 2 years ago, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be fine. JI. Still no, I'm one of the lucky ones.